If you're still watching this story, leave a 1 in the comments so I know you're here. Let me start with the truth most people don't want to hear. You are exhausting yourself over things that will not matter in 10 years. I know this is hard to accept, but I am not guessing. I spent decades sitting beside people in their final days, listening to what remained when everything else fell away. The deepest pain was never death itself. It was the realization that they had traded their time, peace, and love for arguments, worries, and fears that slowly vanished at the end of their fragile, irreplaceable human lives. For 38 years, I sat with more than 2,000 people as life quietly slipped away. When the end was close, masks fell. No one defended their reputation. No one protected their ego. What remained was simple truths spoken without fear. They talked about love they postponed, calls they never made, moments they rushed through. They did not mourn missed promotions or online arguments. They grieved time wasted on appearances and noise. Standing that close to death strips life down to its essentials. It reveals with painful clarity what truly mattered all along and what was never real to begin with. Those lessons changed how I see every ordinary day. From those final conversations, one pattern appeared again and again. Not a single person said, "I wish I had won more arguments." Instead, they spoke about brothers they stopped calling, marriages strained by constant correction, friendships lost over pride. Being right felt important in the moment, but near the end, it looked painfully small. Winning an argument gave brief satisfaction, then left silence behind. The need to prove oneself slowly builds walls between people who once felt close. In the end, what haunted them was not being wrong, but choosing ego over connection when connection was still possible. Over time, I learned that always being right comes with a quiet cost. It drains your energy, steals your patience, and slowly erodes your inner peace. Truth matters, but it does not require constant defense. Not every misunderstanding deserves correction, and not every disagreement needs your voice. Some battles only prove you can win, not that you should. Silence, chosen with intention, can protect relationships better than flawless logic. If this thought resonates with you right now, leave a simple dot in the comments so I know you're still with me. Letting go of unnecessary fights creates space for calm, connection, and a life that feels lighter and more humane for us all today, together. After learning to step back from pointless battles, I fell into another exhausting habit, trying to be understood by everyone. I explained myself again and again, replayed conversations at night, and searched for better words that might finally change how others saw me. It never worked. Some people had already decided who I was, and clarity did not interest them. I eventually understood that understanding cannot be forced. When you spend your life correcting other people's interpretations, you quietly give away your time and peace. Letting go of that need was not defeat. It was relief. I spoke my truth once, then chose to live it instead of defending it endlessly. One woman made this lesson painfully clear to me. Her name was Patricia. In her final weeks, she used what little strength she had to write letters to people who had misunderstood her for decades. She wanted, one last time, to explain who she really was. When I gently asked if those letters would change anything, she paused. Then she set the pen down. Patricia chose instead to sit with her grandchildren, to hold their hands and listen to their laughter. In that moment, she released a lifelong burden. She stopped spending her last days chasing validation and reclaimed them for love. That decision brought her a peace no explanation ever could. Watching Patricia changed something in me forever. I realized that being misunderstood does not destroy you, but trying to please everyone slowly will. Freedom begins the moment you stop chasing approval. The people who truly matter do not need endless explanations. They recognize your intentions through your actions and your consistency, and those who are determined to misunderstand you would twist your words no matter how carefully you speak. When you accept this, something lifts. You breathe easier. You stop performing. You stop shrinking. You live more honestly. Letting yourself be misunderstood is not weakness. It is courage. It is choosing peace over exhaustion and truth over endless self-defense. With that freedom came another realization. At 92, I no longer see my body as something to fix or perfect. It is a vehicle, nothing more. For decades, I punished myself over weight, skin, aging, and imagined flaws, all to avoid the judgment of people who barely knew me. That trade was never fair. A body is meant to carry you through moments, not keep you hiding from them. Wear the clothes. Go swimming. Take up space while you still can. If you agree with this perspective, leave a 1 in the comments. If you don't, leave a 0. Either way, your body is not a project. It is permission to live here and now without waiting to be acceptable. Once I understood that, the criticism lost its power. Most comments about appearance are never really about you. They come from fear, comparison, and unresolved pain in the person speaking. When someone points at your body with judgment, they are often revealing their own insecurity, not your flaw. The danger is when you accept that burden and carry it as your own. You begin living inside someone else's fear, policing your body through their eyes. Joy fades quietly that way. Presence disappears. When you stop internalizing those voices, something remarkable happens. You return to yourself. You laugh more freely. You move without apology. You realize you were never meant to suffer for other people's discomfort. Your life belongs to you, not to their projections. After freeing myself from other people's judgments, I noticed another invisible drain on my life. The pressure to keep up. News alerts, endless opinions, online outrage made everything feel urgent and unfinished. I once believed staying informed was a responsibility, but with age came clarity. The world keeps spinning whether you watch every headline or not. Most crises fade, replaced by new noise. When I stepped back, nothing essential was lost. What returned was silence, focus, and time. I could listen more closely to the people near me. I could enjoy ordinary moments without distraction. Choosing what deserves your attention is not ignorance. It is wisdom. When you leave the noise behind, you'll finally hear your own life again, steady and real, waiting for you to show up fully. Stepping away from the noise also brought old grudges into focus. In hospice rooms, I saw how heavy resentment becomes when time runs out. People clung to anger for decades, only to realize it had punished no one but themselves. Some tried to forgive in the final days, racing against the clock to repair what had been broken for years. Sometimes it worked. Often it was too late. I chose a different path. I forgave earlier, not because the wounds were small and not because others deserved it, but because I did not want to carry that weight anymore. Forgiveness was not forgetting. It was choosing peace over bitterness while there was still time. If there is one truth that followed me through every bedside and every goodbye, it is this. People rarely regret what they did for love, but they deeply regret what they wasted on fear. At the end, no one wished they had worried more, argued harder, or proved themselves longer. They wished they had been gentler. They wished they had spoken honestly sooner, rested without guilt, forgiven earlier, and lived with less armor around their hearts. You still have time. That is the quiet gift hidden in this moment. You can choose where your energy goes. You can stop feeding battles that drain you, release opinions that trap you, and put down expectations that were never yours to carry. Life does not ask you to be perfect, impressive, or endlessly productive. It asks you to be present, to love the people who are here, to live in a body that moves and breathes today, to protect your peace while you still can. If this message resonates with you, leave a 1 in the comments. If you disagree, leave a 0. And if you're still here with me, leave a simple dot. Do not wait for the end to learn what matters. Put it down now. Choose lighter living today.